Hey everyone, we're here in Cape Town, and in this video, we're going to show you our top things to do here. So hope you enjoy it. Surrounded by Table Mountain and the blue waters of the Atlantic Ocean, Cape Town offers a blend of city and raw nature that's hard to beat. This year, we spent 2 full months exploring the area to find out what's changed and what's new. This is our updated look at the best things to do in the city, from iconic highlights to local hidden gems. You can also find links to everything we'll be showing in the description below the video. Make sure to watch until the end, as we'll also be sharing some travel tips that we picked up during our stay. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Cape Town's history is a turbulent journey spanning centuries, from its roots in European colonization and the legacy of the slave trade to the decades spent under apartheid. To get a better handle of how the city became the melting pot that it is today, we did 2 free walking tours. One was a dedicated apartheid tour and the other a historic city tour. While both were impactful, we personally preferred the historic center tour, as it offered a broader look at the city's entire evolution. You'll learn about important landmarks, such as the Company's Garden, the High Court Civil Annex, Parliament, the Slave Lodge, the Castle of Good Hope, and the stunning City Hall. Having a local guide explain the significance of these places makes a world of difference. And while these tours are marketed as free, the guides work for tips, and it's up to you for how much to give based on your experience. Bo-Kaap lies in the heart of the city and is an area famous for its hilly streets and vibrantly colored houses. It's the home of the Cape Malay community, whose ancestors were brought from Malaysia, Indonesia, and across Africa in the 18th century. While it's a great spot to take photos, savor authentic Cape Malay cuisine, and visit local art galleries, we found it's an area where you need to be extra careful and aware of your surroundings. Again, it's best to explore on a walking tour, so you can learn about the history as well. Remember to respect the residents' privacy here, as most of these iconic buildings are people's homes. To take a break from the city's hustle and bustle, we love heading to the Point Promenade. It's a flat, car-free stretch right along the ocean, making it one of the safest and most scenic spots to explore. You can rent a bike from Upcycles, with stations at the Sea Point Pavilion, Camps Bay, and the A Waterfront. The best part is their drop-and-go system, which allows you to pick up a bike at one spot and leave it at another. We personally enjoyed an easy 4.5-kilometer ride from the pavilion over to the waterfront. It's a relaxing way to take in the coastal views without worrying about traffic. For our time in Cape Town, we stayed in Blouberg and absolutely loved its local authentic vibe. It's a residential neighborhood that feels worlds away from the tourist crowds, yet it offers some of the best views of Table Mountain. This place is a hotspot for surfing and kite surfing, especially around Big Bay.
This area is known to be very windy, so if you're not into kiteboarding or windsurfing, you should pick a calm day for your visit.
Other things to do include walking the chilled-out seafront promenade or eating at great local restaurants, some of which serve traditional South African cuisine. To understand the human cost of Cape Town's past, a visit to the District 6 Museum is essential. It serves as a memorial to the 60,000 residents who were forcibly removed from this area during the years of apartheid. Inside, you'll find photographs, personal stories, and artifacts that capture the spirit of the community that once thrived here. You can also join a guided tour led by an ex-resident storyteller several times per day. The museum is open Monday to Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Many South Africans are incredibly passionate about sports, and catching a game in Cape Town is a must for the atmosphere alone. We've spent time in the stands for both cricket and rugby to see that energy firsthand. We watched a cricket match at the Newlands ground, which is a summer staple from October to March and a great way to soak in the culture. But for pure intensity, nothing beats South African rugby. We caught a match at the DHL Stadium near the waterfront, and the atmosphere was electric. The main rugby season typically runs from February to September. Located in the trendy Gardens neighborhood, Kloof Street is the soul of Cape Town's social scene. Stretching from the city center toward the foot of Table Mountain, this bustling street has a great diversity of dining options. By day, you can explore boutique shops and sun-drenched cafes. And when night falls, the street transforms into a lively hub of candlelit bistros and stylish bars. Robben Island is one of the most significant historical sites in the country, having served as a harsh prison that famously held Nelson Mandela for 18 years. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site that you can visit on a guided tour. The experience begins with a 30 to 60-minute ferry ride from the Nelson Mandela Gateway at the A Waterfront. This is followed by a bus tour across the island to see Mandela's cell and the lime quarry. What makes this visit unique is that the tours are led by former inmates who share their personal stories and perspective of their time on the island. With only a few departures per day, booking your tickets well in advance is crucial, as they often sell out weeks ahead. Cape Town sunsets are world-class, and there are lots of great places to watch it from. For a communal vibe, Maiden's Cove is a gorgeous drive-in option that's perfect for viewing the 12 Apostles. If you prefer a local hidden gem, Oudekraal Beach has awesome views with great braai facilities, though it does close right after sunset, so you need to plan accordingly. The Rock is another spot that provides breathtaking panoramas rivaling those seen from Lion's Head. However, it gets very busy, and there isn't a lot of space to sit here. For a different angle, Bakova offers stunning perspectives of Lion's Head in the distance, while Blouberg delivers a postcard-perfect view of Table Mountain across the water. Tandem paragliding is a Cape Town classic, offering a bird's-eye perspective of the city's dramatic geography that you simply can't get from the ground. Signal Hill serves as the primary base due to its consistent wind patterns and accessible slopes. We prepared there, but a sudden wind shift led us to the alternative takeoff point at Lion's Head. We had to hike a little further to get to the launch area, but the changing wind direction resulted in an absolutely magical flight. After a short safety briefing, you make your run towards the ocean and then glide over Sea Point or Camps Bay. For an extra fee, you can also purchase pictures and videos from your instructor.
Hey everyone, we hope you've been enjoying this video so far.
And if you're planning your own trip to South Africa, we've made an interactive travel guide that's going to complement everything you've been seeing perfectly. We poured our hearts, hours of research, and 6 months of travel into creating this interactive guide, and it's all available in an easy-to-use app. Think of it as your ultimate road trip companion right there on your phone. It's got everything. All the must-see spots, pre-designed itineraries to save you time, and all the essential links you'll need, making planning a breeze. You can grab it via the QR code or the link in the description below the video. Now let's get back to the best of Cape Town. Set against the majestic backdrop of Table Mountain, the A Waterfront is Cape Town's premier entertainment hub. This pedestrian-friendly zone is comfortable to explore, with a wide range of high-end luxury brands, local boutiques, as well as cozy restaurants and bars. We love browsing African crafts at the Watershed Market, as well as watching the seals playfully lounge by the harbor. It's common to spot them jumping around in the South African sun here. There's also usually various performances, so it's a great place to take your time and enjoy the vibrant energy. To experience the waterfront from another perspective, you can also go on a boat cruise or rent paddleboards and kayaks. We spent an hour on the water ourselves, paddling through the tranquil canals. Chapman's Peak Drive is a scenic 9-kilometer or 5.6-mile toll road that hugs the Atlantic coast. It's famous for its winding curves and sheer cliffside drops. Stretching between Hout Bay and Noordhoek, the route features some of the best coastal viewpoints in the world. The drive is spectacular in the morning light, but we also love visiting at sunset when the glow against the cliffs brings out the deep red and orange colors of the rocks. Just remember to take it slow in a rental car to fully absorb the jagged scenery. This drive is best combined with a visit to Boulders Beach and Cape Point Nature Reserve on a day trip, but we'll highlight these places a little later in the video. Cape Town's market scene is really something else. For a trendy gourmet experience, the Time Out Market at the A Waterfront offers international flavors in a historic setting. Nearby at Sea Point, Mojo Market delivers a high-energy atmosphere with live music and endless food stalls. The real highlights, however, are the weekend markets. The Oranje Zicht City Farm Market is a personal favorite. It's a gourmet paradise that's packed with mouth-watering international dishes, artisanal treats, and fresh produce. For a more authentic local vibe, the Neighbor Goods Market in Woodstock offers diverse African cuisine within the Old Biscuit Mill, which also houses fantastic art and fashion shops. It's important to check the opening days and times for all of these places before you go. Located about a 45-minute to 1-hour drive from Cape Town, the Cape Winelands is a stunning region defined by world-class vineyards and dramatic mountain backdrops. The heart of the area lies in the towns of Parel, Stellenbosch, and Franschhoek, each with its own character. Parel is the largest of the three and is famous for its iconic granite rock and expansive family-friendly estates. Stellenbosch enjoys a young energy and a very cozy downtown area, while Franschhoek offers a more sophisticated and peaceful atmosphere. It's here that you'll find the Franschhoek Wine Tram, a hop-on, hop-off journey that makes exploring local cellars easy. We have another full video that dives deeper into each of these towns, so be sure to check that out if you plan on visiting the area. Located at the southern tip of the Cape Peninsula, Cape Point Nature Reserve is a rugged section of the Table Mountain National Park. Known for its jagged cliffs and wild Atlantic scenery, it offers a wealth of exploration. You can hike the short but steep path, or take the funicular to the old Cape Point Lighthouse for some classic panoramic views. But our favorite hike was the wooden walkway to the Cape of Good Hope, as it hugs the cliffs and offers far more spectacular coastal views. Keep an eye out for wildlife along the way. We were lucky enough to spot ostriches, eland, and plenty of baboons. No trip to the Cape is complete without visiting the famous African penguins at Boulders Beach in Simonstown. There's 2 distinct parts to the experience, and your single entrance fee covers both. Start at the Foxy Beach boardwalks, where you'll find some great information boards and the largest concentration of penguins. Afterwards, head over to the actual Boulders Beach. If you're visiting during low tide, you can navigate over some big rocks to reach Middle Beach. This is one of the only spots where you can observe them without a fence or platform in between, and if you're lucky, you can even swim next to them. Just make sure to keep your distance and never touch them, of course. We also recommend taking time to explore Simonstown itself. It's a charming, historic naval town with quaint cafes and a relaxed coastal vibe. Situated on the slopes of Table Mountain, Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens showcases a stunning variety of native flora that brings vibrant color to the landscape all year round. Since the grounds are massive, you should plan for at least a couple of hours to wander through the various gardens and forested trails. The gardens also serve as the gateway to Table Mountain's summit via the Skeleton Gorge Trail, but we'll dive more into the details of that hike in the next section. And finally, during the warmer months, the gardens host the Kirstenbosch Summer Sunset concerts every Sunday. We've had a blast catching live sets from both Matthew Mole and Jeremy Loops. Standing 1,087 meters or 3,566 feet above the city center, the flat-top Table Mountain is Cape Town's most famous landmark. Having summited this peak 5 times now, we found that hiking up and taking the cable car down is the best way to experience it. Platyclip Gorge is the most direct and popular path. It's a steep, zigzagging climb that takes about 2 to 3 hours. Since it's very sunny in the morning, we recommend starting around noon if you're looking for a bit more shade. Casteelsport is another common trail, but it starts from Camps Bay. We've hiked down this way before to manage the elevation, but going up is also possible. But of all our climbs, Skeleton Gorge is easily our favorite trail. This is the one that starts from Kirstenbosch Gardens. It offers an incredible amount of variety that you won't find on other routes, leading you through lush forests, over streams, and across massive boulders before reaching the plateau. There's even a strange sandy beach area, which we definitely didn't expect to see up on the mountainside. As this is the most shaded route, it provides a unique adventure, finishing with sweeping views over the southern suburbs and False Bay. The weather can be pretty unpredictable here on Table Mountain, and the clouds can roll in really fast, so make sure to pack layers. Once you're ready to go back down, grab an online ticket for the cable car and enjoy the 360 panoramic views. The ride is pretty unique, as the car itself slowly twists in a circular pattern, so there's no need to fight for the best spot to stand. We've put a link to book the cable car in the description below the video. Cape Town boasts some of the most beautiful beaches in South Africa, with dozens to choose from. Camps Bay is a favorite for tourists, since it has many trendy restaurants and a palm-lined promenade. Right next door is Glen Beach, which we love for its slightly quieter and more tucked-away feel. We also highly recommend the popular Clifton Beach with its vibrant atmosphere, pristine white sands, and huge boulders. And a bit further away, you can find gorgeous beaches like Oudekraal and Hout Bay. On the more popular beaches like Clifton and Camps Bay, you can also rent an umbrella from some independent traders. This usually must be done by cash payment. Our absolute favorite thing to do in Cape Town is hiking Lion's Head at sunset. With an elevation gain of about 330 meters, or 1,083 feet, it's much less demanding than Table Mountain, yet offers equally stunning views of the Atlantic Ocean. If you're a beginner or afraid of heights, you can skip the tallest ladders by taking the path to the left. While it doesn't lead to the very top, it takes you to a viewpoint that's just as scenic. We usually take the ladders ourselves, since we have a decent amount of hiking experience. These lead to another rocky section that you have to use your hands on a little bit before reaching the true summit. The trail can get very windy near the peak, so be careful. And even though there can be some crowds on clear days, you can usually find a spot to yourself to enjoy the sunset. It's also fun to bring a small picnic if you're timing it up around dinner. As the sun fades away, you'll want to start making your way down. Make sure to go slow and have a headlamp or phone light for once it gets dark. As we promised at the beginning of the video, we'll now share a few travel tips for Cape Town. First, for convenient and safe transport, we highly recommend downloading the Uber app. It's widely available and very affordable for city travel. If you want more flexibility to explore the surrounding coastline and mountains at your own pace, a rental car is the way to go. While Cape Town is a stunning destination, it's important to stay alert. Like any major city, you should avoid displaying expensive jewelry or electronics and stay aware of your surroundings. Stick to well-lit and populated areas, especially after dark. Also avoid driving through the township areas. For a more detailed look at specific spots to be mindful of, check out the safety guide linked in the description below the video. For easy access to popular attractions and beaches, we suggest staying along the coastline between the A Waterfront and Bougaap. If you're looking for a budget-friendly yet central option, Point Gardens offer plenty of affordable accommodations. We've included a few recommended stays in the video description as well, to help you start your research. And if you're spending more than a few days in Cape Town, you might be interested in doing some other day trips. We've put together a list of our favorite places to visit that are within a 2-hour drive from the city, so make sure to check out that video to help with your planning. If you're traveling to South Africa and want to have the best experience, check out our comprehensive travel guide. After spending 6 months exploring the country across 3 different epic journeys, we've distilled every insider tip and breathtaking location into one interactive map. The guide offers curated itineraries and clickable markers featuring activity details, accommodation stats, and local viewpoints. To access it, simply scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description below the video. We'll catch you on the next adventure.